Welcome to my latest episode, the Galactic Dispatch, where in today's episode we'll be discussing two topics. The first section we'll be discussing the similarities between Harry Potter and Star Wars, because believe it or not, they're way more similar than you lots think. The second section will be me ranking all the Star Wars films with, including the spin-off, with guests of mine. So you get a better understanding of my opinions and what my taste in the Star Wars films. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already to get access to more content like this. And also like the video as well, as it really helps my channel. Also follow my Instagram to get more updates for my upcoming episode. And I love to hear from you if you agree or disagree with my hot takes or my rankings. But yeah, with that out of the way, let's get into it. Before I got into Star Wars as recently, I was a Harry Potter kid. You know, I grew up in a household where everybody watched all the Harry Potter films there, and even like my sisters read all the books. I even went to Harry Potter Studios, and I got this picture of me right here. This was taken like in 2014, so yeah, that was an old photo. That was me in Harry Potter Studios, and it was just me, you know, on a green screen broomstick. So you can say I'm pretty much a Harry Potter kid and, you know, a fan of the series. So when I started to watch and take an interest in Star Wars films, I started to notice very similar like themes and topics in Star Wars that they probably taken from Harry Potter, or you know, Harry Potter taken from Star Wars. And the signs were so obvious it had me pointing at the screen saying, hey, Harry Potter did this before," or like I said, "Hey, Star Wars did this before." So for this video, I decided to make like top 10 similarities between Harry Potter franchise and the Star Wars franchise. For instance, I will be going over the similarities of both franchises, like the characters, the plot, the settings, etc. Now, keep in mind, both franchises are very different to each other. One's about traditional magic and a boy going to a magic school, and the other one's a sci-fi magic and a boy trying to take down an overlord. I'll be also for Star Wars, I'll be only talking about the original trilogy because I feel like that has more, you know, similarities to Harry Potter than any other trilogy. Now, with that out of the way, let's get through the list. Now, at number 10 we have the main protagonist trope. So, obviously, many movies and TV shows and probably any piece of fiction media has a main character. The main character for Harry Potter is obviously Harry Potter himself, and the main character for Star Wars original trilogy is Luke Skywalker. Both of them were orphans and were taken in by their aunt and uncle when they were babies. And they grew up in a lifestyle that they don't really like and want to venture on to like other places that they never been to, so they can be adventurous. Like in this case, Harry is tired of the abuse he gets from the Dursley family, like his aunt, his uncle, and cousin all like treat him like trash. So he wants to go to Hogwarts to become a wizard, just like his parents. As for Luke, he grew up in a desert planet called Tatooine, where he grew bored of his like farming experience and wants to be a Jedi Knight like his father, Anakin Skywalker. At number 9 we have the main protagonist family. Both the main protagonists, as I said, were orphans who are left with their distant relatives as babies. Luke Skywalker is left in care of his distant step uncle Owen and his aunt Beru as a baby for the protection from the Galactic Empire. and Harry is left with Uncle Vermin and Aunt Petunia to shield from Voldemort and his fame in the wizarding world. The protagonists of these stories often feel out of place in their adopted homes, as their caregivers try to force them into a life they doesn't even align with them and they don't even want. Luke, for example, Luke is restless on Tatooine and is trained in farming by Owen, who forbids his leaving as he tries to, attend like an academy. As because he needs Luke to help out with the moisture farming. Meanwhile, for Dursleys, they are like extremely embarrassed by Harry because of his like background and who his and her parents was. Kind of similar to Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, since they tried to shield Luke from Kenobi, since his father was spoiler is Darth Vader. And also they were embarrassed by Harry, who they represent their connection to the world that they want nothing to do with, and so they fight hard to stop him from attending Hogwarts. Although this was a failed because of Hagrid and many letters that was sent to him. Now at number 8 we have the villain. Now, as the main protagonist, the villain is a very common piece of fiction to have in like media, and both the franchises are no exception. The villain in Star Wars is Darth Vader, a powerful Dark Lord that controls the army called the Empire, and has a deep and personal connection with the main character, considering he is Luke's father. Voldemort is a main villain of Harry Potter, and he is the Dark Lord like Vader, only he doesn't lead an army, he leads sort of like a cult called the Death Eaters. And like Vader, he also has a personal connection with Harry, but not since he's like related to him, it's because he killed his parents. He tried to kill Harry, but he couldn't, so he gave him a scar to remember him by. Number 7, we have the sidekicks. Now, both franchises has two sidekicks who interact with the main protagonist, and their personality is very similar to one another. The first sidekick is a man who is just a comic relief character who's just there to make jokes and make the audience laugh. In Star Wars, that is, of course, Han Solo, and the rebel, the smuggler that helps Luke destroy the Death Star. And Harry Potter, this is Ron Weasley, the lovable ginger kid that also helps Harry into defeating Voldemort. The second sidekick is an intelligent woman who always gets the group out of trouble and challenges the male protagonist's perception. In Star Wars, this is Princess Leia, another character that, is the sister of Luke Skywalker. And in Harry Potter, this is Hermione Granger, obviously the friends of Harry Potter and Ron Weasley. It also knows that later on in the story, sidekicks engage in a romantic relationship with each other after years of build-up. So obviously, in the end of Return of the Jedi, we had Han Solo and Princess Leia be together, and in the end of Death Eater Part 2, we had Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger get together, and they had like children, and they were married. So yeah. At number 6, we have the choice. Now, what does the choice mean? It means like in media, the good versus evil is very common in media, and all humans can relate to because of their experience with living, which make their stories that center around this trope so compelling. Luke and Harry are often presented with an opportunity to choose the nature of their path they wish to follow. For example, Voldemort gave Harry a choice to join the Death Eaters, and together they could rule the world and use their dark magic to like rule the world and make the Hogwarts a school only for pure bloods. Obviously, Harry declines because of his good heart and what his parents taught him, or what like his guardians taught him. At the same time, in Star Wars, Darth Vader in Empire Strikes Back begs his son Luke to join the dark side as they could rule the galaxy like father and son. Obviously, Luke declines because of his good heart, and he believes that his father could be redeemed because of his determination. The fifth similarity between Star Wars and Harry Potter is the tools. With supernatural powers come supernatural tools. For Jedi, these are lightsabers, and for wizards and witches, these are wands. These devices gives the character a fighting chance as they have a psychic connection with the person who uses them. Throughout the Harry Potter series, it is noted that the one is choose the wizard, and when Harry battles Voldemort, the light beams from their wands are color coded. Voldemort's light's wand shoots out green, representing his house Slytherin, and Harry's wand shoots out red, associating with his house of Gryffindor. In Star Wars, the lightsabers can come in many colors depending on what the person character's characteristic is. Luke's lightsaber is green, representing the good in the Force, and Darth Vader's lightsaber is red, representing the bad in the Force. At number 4, we have the good guys. Both the franchise have groups of people who stand against the villains and help out the main character to defeat the enemy. In Harry Potter, there are the Order of the Phoenix, a group of wizards that bands together together when a threat of the Dark Lord rises. In Star Wars, there are the Jedi Knights and the Rebel Alliance, who are a group of people that are against the Empire rules and assist the main character, Luke Skywalker, into defeating Darth Vader and Palpatine. As viewers sees the good armies in these films, they are naturally must need to see the bad. The comparisons of similar nature can be drawn between the Sith in Star Wars and the Death Eaters in Harry Potter. While the Sith are led by the Emperor, the Death Eaters are led by Voldemort, aka the Dark Lord. They are both led by respect and feared villains who have command to use the powers for evil and to commit acts of war. In order to gain power, the members of these armies live for their villainous leaders and go to battles on their behalf. At number 2, we have the mentor trope. In both stories, the protagonists and their villains are guided by an older mentor who can resembles a father figure or a brother or an uncle or any really. Viewers can get insight into both of these relationships and see where they differ depending on the nature of the character. In Star Wars Episode 4 to 6, Luke Skywalker is guided mainly by the ghosts of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda, who teaches him the Force and who his father really was. Throughout the Harry Potter series, Harry is guided and supported by Dumbledore, who is a guardian-type figure for Tom Riddle, aka Voldemort, before he became the Dark Lord. Luke and Harry both respect, honor, and feel fondly for their mentors, but at sometimes they can feel frustrated with their instructions. Like, for example, Luke Skywalker in Episode 5 was training with Yoda, and obviously he sensed in the Force that his friends were in danger, but Yoda told him to just keep on training, but he didn't listen to Yoda and went ahead and helped his friends. Finally at number 1, we have non-characters or non-human characters. Now you might be wondering, what are these? These are characters that are not human, and because they're not human, they are very interesting to look at, and will be remembered more by the audience. In Star Wars, the non-humans are obviously the droids R2-D2 and C-3PO. They're also accompanied by creatures like Chewbacca and the Ewoks, who aid them in their plans, fight battles, and fly their ships. Similarly, in Harry Potter, Harry is often aided by a creatures like as Dobby the elf, who goes out of his way to protect Harry, and Buckbeak the hippogriff, who aids Sirius Black, Harry Potter's godfather, in to avoid jail time and persecution over a crime that he didn't do. These creatures are present in most significant moments of film and have frequently saved the day for film's main characters. Now, in conclusion, even though both the franchises are different from each other, they share a lot of similarities with each other, meaning that they probably got inspiration from one another. Well, that's it for this section, and now we'll be moving on to the ranking of the Star Wars film. Before we do that, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content. Also, follow my Instagram to get an early update on my episodes, and and when I'll be releasing a new episode. And with that out of the way, let's get into the ranking. Hello guys, welcome back to the Galactic Dispatch. Obviously, I'm going to be ranking the Star Wars film with my special guests.
My name is Jose. Nice to meet you all.
So I'm here with Jose, and he's a Star Wars fan. I'm also a Star Wars fan, so I thought it would be best for us to rank the Star Wars films. But before we get into Star Wars film, I just gotta ask you a couple of questions. What's your favorite character in Star Wars?
My favorite character, it was no joke. It was Anakin or Ahsoka. I love them too. Oh, I lied. It was Darth Morph. Darth Morph is my favorite character.
Darth Morph.
Yeah.
You mean Maul?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 'Cause I got confused. But also another question is what if you had the choice? What would you be, a Jedi or a Sith?
I'll be a Jedi, but I'll be a Sith as well. Because you know what it is? The Jedi, they love doing the patient game.
Yeah.
But the Sith, they stand on business. They're on go. That's the thing. So if I would do both, I'll be an anti-hero. Because the Jedi, they will let 10 people die.
Yeah.
And they'll still be like, hold on. The Sith... Now, I'll be letting when I'm a Jedi, no one will be dying on my watch. I'm telling you that now. But yeah, I'll be a Jedi, but I'll be a Sith as well.
Alright. So that's all the questions. Let's get into the ranking. So obviously, this is recorded on the Chromebook, and we have the rankings here. So this one means perfect, which is perfect film. Great, it's a good film, has some small qualities, bad qualities. Good, it's okay. Mid. Alright,
It's alright.
It's alright.
It's alright.
Sucks is, there was
Boo.
and absolute shite.
The Return of the Jedi, the new one. Boo.
Yeah. Alright, so without all the rankings, let's get into it.
Okay, so should I start off first? Like what I think should be an S, and then you add your
I
thing?
mean, we could take turns,
Okay.
So
first, Rogue One is S tier. That's my favorite Star Wars film.
I agree.
The reason why I say it's S tier because like all the other Star Wars, they're focused on the Jedi. This one was so different. It focused on one character, and basically what she's doing, she has to destroy a whole Death Star, like a whole planet. It was so good, like seeing how she's just sneaking in, doing all this stuff, and it was so like, because I'm so used to seeing the Jedi, but now I'm seeing it from like her perspective on what she's doing, and it was a chef kiss basically.
Yeah, I also like how it's kind of similar to Andor, because obviously with every Star Wars TV show and film, I always see the Jedi, the Sith. I want to see the Empire. I want to see the Rebels. Yeah, I want to see that side of the war where it's not just Force people that with lightsabers, it's just actual people that's trying to protect their own. So yeah, I definitely put in S tier. I like perfect tier. So we got Return of the Jedi next. Now, Return of the Jedi. It had a good inclusion, right?
Mid.
Yeah.
I say mid.
I mean, here's the thing. Return of the Jedi, I understand it wasn't like a lackluster comparing to, Empire Strikes Back. Yeah, but I feel like it had like a good ending with, Darth Vader returning to, the light side, helping his son out, and him finally dying, knowing that he became a Jedi at the end.
It's still mid. Like, I believe that Darth Vader should have stayed as a badass villain. There was no turning back. He should have just been like, yo, I ain't gonna help none of you. Let me stand on business. That's what he should have been like.
Yeah, but at the same time, it would have been like a terrible character development because, obviously, if he would just stay bad the entire time, there would have been like, his character would have been,
because his character was in the between of being the light side and the dark side, so it makes sense that he went from the dark side to the light side. But I found that mid. Like,
I say we'll put it at good.
I say it's alright, but good.
Good is fine.
Good, yeah.
Now, obviously, Empire Strikes Back's obviously perfect. I mean, it has everything.
Empire Strikes Back is an S tier.
Yes, man.
It's an S tier.
S tier all the way. Since, Empire Strikes Back, it has everything. It has Luke training with the Force. It has Yoda, which is probably one of the most...
Who doesn't like Yoda?
Yeah, who doesn't like it? He's a great character and a great mentor. It has the lightsabers battle between Luke and Darth Vader. It has so many, like, incredible, iconic lines.
And my favorite iconic scene, Luke, I'm your father. No! Come on, that was banging.
Yeah, I don't think it was Luke, I was your father. It was like, no, I am your father.
Yeah, same thing. And Luke's hand getting cut off. Oh my gosh, I was thinking, damn, Luke.
Yeah.
Abusive relationship that is, father and son.
Yeah, father and son.
But yeah, it's an S tier. I really like that film as well, like seeing how Luke went from a kid to being an adult. Yeah. And then he's standing on business in the end. And then like him finding out Darth Vader was his father. I don't know what I would do in that situation. What would you have done if you found out?
I mean, it would be mad. I mean, you just sliced off my hand. Exactly. You're giving me mixed opinions about you, man.
Exactly. No.
I will say this about the original trilogy and Empire Strikes Back. I don't think they planned the relationship between Leia and Luke.
Oh my days.
Bro, I thought, as first I saw this, now here's the thing, I watched the original trilogy before the prequels, and I did not know that they were both siblings. So when I saw the Luke and Leia being romantic to each other, I thought, oh, we're gonna get like a love triangle between Luke, Leia, and Han Solo.
Nasty.
Yeah, and then it's just weird. But anywho, other than that, perfect. It's very perfect.
It was good.
Yeah. Now we got Phantom Menace.
My favorite one is that the one with Darth Maul?
Darth Maul. Yeah.
What's his name? Oh, when he goes like the iconic line, Kenobi. Yeah, that was so fire. And this man, I'm not gonna lie, he gave me nightmares when I first saw him on my screen. Yeah, like he did give me nightmares. And if I was a Jedi, I'd be running away from him because this guy looks like he's ready to stand on business, and I don't want the smoke, bro. I don't want the smoke.
Yeah, I'm feeling like you wanted to put him on like S tier is because you watched it when you was young. So it's nostalgic best.
I watched it on my cassette tape. That's how young I was. Like when I was watching Star Wars, it was so amazing.
Yeah. Well, for me personally, I watched it, and although I like the Duels of Faith and Darth Maul, I felt like the acting it was a bit weird.
To be honest, I couldn't tell what acting was back then. Like, remember, I was 5 years old when I was watching this, and I was just looking at this, and I just saw lightsabers, Darth Maul, and they were just standing on business. So I couldn't tell that acting was bad. But if I look back at it now, I probably would have. But back then, it was a sweet moment of my life, my whole childhood. That was.
Yeah, there was. And also the plot was, it was very weird. I couldn't keep track of it.
I don't even know what the plot was.
Yeah. Bro, there was flipping Federational, there was a takeover, there's a boy who's said to be the chosen one, like
Anakin!
And also the child actor. I understand he's going through some problems, but obviously he wasn't very good.
What problems was he going through?
I'm pretty sure the actor for the child of Anakin Skywalker, he was like he was bullied because of the thingy. So
he was bullied for playing Star Wars.
Yeah, because of this kid.
See, haters, they're gonna hate because the guy's making money. They're gonna hate.
Yeah. So obviously,
I'll say it's great. Yeah, for me it would be a great. What do you think?
It would be great. I mean, other than okay, here's the thing. I was gonna put it great, but I had to put it good because it's flipping Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks. I'm sorry, yeah. It's so Jar Jar Binks. It's one of the most annoying characters.
Jar Jar Binks. Okay, fair enough. His voice is annoying, but come on, he's a really nice guy.
Really nice. I mean, yeah, but imagine being around him.
Oh hell no!
Imagine being around him.
I would have done a chokehold. I would have done Darth Vader's signature move. That guy. Nah,
Misa like you. Misa wanna protect you. Like, bro,
like,
imagine.
Jar Jar's the type of person you run away from. Like, you know, like if you're walking in the forest and you just hear this guy, you're gonna run away.
Yeah.
Like Jar Jar, he was probably the true villain.
Yeah. So I'll probably good, but probably better than Return of the Jedi. Just, you know, if he
really disrespected Darth Maul like that.
Listen, look, Darth Maul's alright.
He's not alright. He was great.
He was great. Alright. Obviously, next we have Solo.
I didn't watch that one. I thought it was rubbish. I hate that. I watched 5 minutes of it. I was like, no, I can't sit here and watch 2 hours. I hated Han Solo for some reason. I just didn't like him.
I thought it was good. I thought, you know, story-wise, we could get like. I feel like this is a gateway movie to like a lot of people. So that want to get into Star Wars because you get Han Solo's backstory, which is like he's one of the most like recognizable characters. You get Chewbacca, a younger
Chewbacca.
Yeah, and you also get what's his name? Lando.
I don't know who Lando is because I didn't see that film.
You didn't see?
I didn't see Han Solo. No, that's the film I didn't see.
You didn't. Lando was in like Empire Strikes Back.
Was he the black guy?
He was the black guy.
Oh, yeah, I know who he is. He was good. He was good. I'm not gonna lie, he was good.
Yeah,
I always wanted to be Lando at one point. Then I saw Luke Skywalker. I was like, no, let me be him instead.
Yeah. So obviously, I'll put him alright. Not like it wasn't good, but then again,
I'll put him at sucks because I didn't watch the film.
Yeah, I mean,
it was too long for me. Like,
yeah, you're kind of right. I mean, it does suck. Alright. Now, obviously, we have
the Force Awakens.
Yeah, is it? No, that's not Force Awakens.
Yeah, it is. That's Force Awakens.
No.
Oh, that's Force Awakens.
This is Rise of Skywalker.
Oh yeah, the Rise of
Skywalker.
Was that the last one? No, that wasn't the last one. That's the second last one. That's before this one.
No, that was second. This was
the Rise of. Oh yeah, it makes sense because that movie.
Yeah.
Okay, let me be clear. It sucked, but it didn't suck at the same time. It was 50-50. The only thing I had with it, why on earth would they make Rey say she's a whole Skywalker? The whole plot with that when she became flipping, what's his name? Palestine, but what's his?
Poe.
Yeah, some lightning guy's whole daughter. I was thinking, yo, this makes no damn sense.
Yeah, because if they would have gone to the route like, it would have been better if like Rey would become a villain. Can you think about?
I would. It would be that whole new franchise. It would be so good if we had Rey and Finn both be Jedis.
Oh yeah.
And Rey would have been like, Finn would have been more of the one that is like the more Sith one, the one that does what like.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the Jedi rules like that because he doesn't understand why is he waiting when people are dying in front of him. When he can act now. And Rey would have been the good one, and they would have battled each other, all three of them. That's how it would have.
That would have been great.
Yeah, but
obviously they didn't went with that.
I didn't like. It was alright. It was alright.
Yeah,
it's alright.
It was alright. Yeah.
But
yeah,
I wouldn't.
That last scene, I'm Rey Skywalker.
Yeah.
Girl,
and
you're Rey Palpatine.
How dare she say she's Rey Skywalker and pick up a golden lightsaber? You better put that back down, sis.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Obviously, we have the Revenge of the Sith.
That was a 10 out of 10. Oh my days.
Bro.
Anakin stood on business throughout the whole film.
Yeah.
This guy was slicing, dicing. Anyone could have gotten it.
This was his best in terms of acting.
That had General Grievous on there as
well.
Yeah,
Grievous.
This guy, him and Darth Maul, hey, I'll be running away from them. Especially this guy.
Yeah.
Hey, he literally kills Jedis for a living. That's his job. And the whole droid thing, oh my days. The way some of them are actually so stupid, but like some of them are actually pretty smart. And
it's like a child just made this up. Like, made the choice. Like.
And you know when the lightning guy...
Yeah, the Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah, and then how he went to... You know how they had the whole meeting in... what's it called? That's not Tatooine. What's it called? Where all the important people meet up.
Yeah.
Tatooine or something. No,
not Tatooine. It was
Coruscant.
Yeah.
When they all meet up and the guy was like revealed who he truly is,
oh,
and everybody stood up. I was like, yo.
And let me tell you something. Emperor Palpatine with a lightsaber is evil, bro. Imagine how you gonna pull up with 5 guys to arrest someone who's a Sith, and then already in a couple of sections you lost 3 of them.
Wait, did that also had Count Dooku?
Yeah, it kind of had Count Dooku.
Count Dooku. Let's say one thing about this guy. This guy stands on business. Though, if you saw when he was 2v1ing Luke and Anakin, and he put the way he did it was so smart because Anakin. His fighting style was very aggressive. Luke's fighting style was very defensive. So what he did was he always put Anakin on the defensive and he always had Luke to be on the offensive. So that's how he won his 2v1 because the fighting style is opposite to the personalities and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And the way he fights as well, like his offense, you could tell... He could tell this guy grew up in France. Like he stood on business. Like he's pretty good as a Sith.
He's pretty good. He's probably one of the smartest out of the Sith. Yeah,
totally.
So obviously S tier. You got
that deserves its own tier because that one was too good, beautiful.
Yeah.
That is more than a 10 out of 10.
A 10 out of 10.
Yeah, that deserves S tier plus. It was more than a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, might as well make an S tier. So
if you're a Jedi fan, a Star Wars fan, Revenge of the Sith was GOAT. The best one out of all the films.
Yeah, bro.
Sith. Literally, it deserves its own category because you can't compete where you can't compare.
Yeah, man, it's really good. Yeah, man, Revenge of the Sith, perfect.
Yeah.
So obviously, next we have The Last Jedi. Now
that was good. I'm not gonna lie, that was so good.
It was okay.
No, for me, when they jumped into hyperspace and the ship crashed into the thing, that was so beautiful. I remember watching it at Christmas time. It was so beautiful. And seeing Layla has the Force, yo, you get that back, sis.
Yeah.
Get that back, sis. I thought she was going to die. And sis was like, hold up, wait a minute. And then she used the Force. I was thinking, potential Jedi?
Well, I'm pretty sure she already had the Force, but doesn't use it as often. So
that was good. It was good. I'll say it was good. It wasn't like it doesn't deserve to be on the same. It was great. There you go. It was great. It was great. It was more than good, but it wasn't on the same level as Rogue One and what's on Rogue One?
Rogue Empire Strikes
and
Back.
Empire Strike Back, but it was good.
It was
it visually was amazing as well.
Yeah, it was really. And these are the thing with sequels trilogy, right? I always wanted to see Star Wars in modern time because back then they had like crappy, like technology, CGI. But here the CGI is really good.
Yeah, I feel like nowadays also movies focus more on how the movie looks, not the story.
Yeah.
Like for a perfect example, Rise of Skywalker was, what is that? Like when I watched it, I'm telling you, when I went to the cinema to watch it, the boos that I got in the end, because how dare she say she's a whole Skywalker? Don't tarnish my boy's name like that.
Yeah.
Like, step back, sis.
Right, now. Obviously, now we got...
Anakin getting his bae. Anakin getting his bae. Miss Princess.
I feel like it was...
it was good.
Yeah, it was the weaker one.
Yeah, it was good.
So I wouldn't say...
Like if that whole trilogy was a horse, that would probably be the tail. It was good.
It was alright.
Yeah,
the acting was terrible. I mean, you got pretty sure Hayden Christian acting in there. It was I don't know what he thought about. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say I don't like San in a romantic plot device. Do you remember that scene?
No, I can't remember. This was many years ago. But you know what? The acting, like I said before, I don't know what she was. The acting was like.
Yeah.
Was it the one where they got captured in the thing, and then the guy was like, Anakin was like to Obi-Wan Kenobi? No. Yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Oh, I came here to save you. And the guy was like, hey, yeah, thanks for that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, bro. Obi-Wan was really good in the prequel trilogy.
Like, who do you think was like out of the Jedi Masters? Who do you think was a good one? Like, who do you think if you get to pick your Jedi Master, who would you go for?
It has to be Qui-Gon.
Mine has to be Obi-Wan, or you know the black one with the purple lightsaber.
Oh,
Master Windu.
Mace Windu.
Yeah, them two. Because Obi-Wan, he's funny. Obi-Wan is so funny. He's so funny. Like, he always had me laughing. And Master Windu, honestly, that guy was too hard. Like, the purple lightsaber was mwah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Great decision by George Lucas.
Yeah.
Okay, now we got the New Hope. Now, this is the first ever Star Wars film that came out in 70s.
I'll say it was great.
Yeah.
Because it did started my journey on Star Wars when I first watched it. It was great.
Yeah, it was great. Not go away, it's just that.
Because it's the reason why Star Wars was so popular, because it started it off. Yeah. It was great. You have to give that juice, like, give it a round of applause.
Yeah.
That movie, it was great, but it wasn't fantastic. It was great.
Yeah. It's really good, seeing a new take in sci-fi.
And the final one, Force Awakens, that movie is an S-tier film. I don't care what nobody says. That movie was good.
Bro, S tier?
Yes, that movie was good. The way they introduced Finn and Rey was fantastic.
Alright, but here's the thing, right? I understand. I like Force Awakens, alright? But the story, it's just New Hope.
Nah, the story. Okay, fair enough. But the story, I don't care. The whole film was so good, like so good. When they introduced Kylo Ren as well, and how he can stop people. When he was in the snow, slicing up, and when Rey got that lightsaber, used the force to pick up that lightsaber.
That was really good.
I was screaming off my head top. I was like, yo, ain't no way. And then when Finn being a stormtrooper, and then I always thought Finn had the lightsaber, and when he had the lightsaber as well and started slashing and dicing, I was like, yo,
that was really good. So I don't know if it's great, but you know what? I'll give it to you. It's an
S tier.
Yeah. So obviously that's all the films we have right now. So
but I've got a question for you though.
Really?
Yeah. So you know how there's different Jedis you can be.
Yeah.
What Jedi would you be out of? Jedi Guardian, Jedi Warrior. I mean, Jedi Guardian, Jedi Council, and Jedi Sentinel. What Jedi would you be?
I would definitely be a Jedi Guardian.
You think so?
Yeah, because here's the thing, right? I don't want to be inside all day just, with politics. I want to go out there and fight for my people.
So you want to be a warrior?
Yeah.
For me, I'll have 2 lightsabers, one blue, one green.
Yeah.
Together that makes purple, I think. But yeah, so I'll be a Jedi Guardian, because you know me, I will stand on business. I'll show these guys what's up.
Yeah.
And then Jedi Council, I think that suits my personality more, because I like helping people, I like showing them the way, but once I get on the battlefield, best believe everybody be running.
Yeah.
Everybody be running. They don't want to see me.
Yeah, man.
Once they see me with my lightsabers, hey, they're finished.
Yeah.
They're finished. But one thing they should have, like, if you played the games, have you played Force Awakens?
Force Awakens?
Yeah, Star Wars Force Awakens. So it's about a character, like, there is a whole story about him as well. Like, it's about a character.
You mean Force Unleashed?
Yes, there we go.
Yeah,
that character.
That character is
so broken.
OP. And Disney made him flipping not canon to the story, which I understand.
Will make sense, because if he was canon, there's no stopping this man. Like,
bro, he killed Darth Vader, Emperor Palpatine. I'm pretty sure Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm pretty sure he had a hologram of Obi-Wan Kenobi when he was in his prime, and he would train him and he would battle him.
And this guy, you know how Anakin was the chosen one? This guy was more than the chosen one. He's probably the one above all. Like, he was, like, if you play the games, you understand this guy was standing on business. He was throwing gigantic ships at people. Guys, if you've seen these ships that these Sith have, the whole Empire he stopped one in mid-air.
Yeah, bro.
In mid-air. How can you do that?
Yeah, that is pretty crazy.
Like, this guy always stands on business, but he deserves to be canon, Disney. Make him canon.
Yeah.
Make him canon. He deserves a movie.
Yeah. Hey, listen, look, like and subscribe this video.
Yeah,
and then also go check out my Instagram to get early updates.
Check out his Instagram.
Get my updates, and this is it. As always, stay fresh.
Stay fresh.